Hi, I'm Nora. Today we're going to be making grapefruit pie. Grapefruit pie is very popular here in South Texas because we have so many delicious citrus here. So sit back and relax and enjoy the show. So the grapefruit pie does require pie crust. It can be a pre-cooked pie crust. It can be store-bought, high shell, homemade. Some people use graham crackers, so graham cracker crust. The preference is yours. 6 tablespoons cornstarch, 2 cups of water, about 5 cups of grapefruit sectioned. I am going to show you how to section it. 2 cups sugar and 2 cups strawberry. So the pie crust is ready. It's a pre-cooked pie crust shell, and it'll be ready. It needs to cool off for the grapefruit pie. Once the pie crust is in your pie pan, I'm going to prick some holes with a fork. This procedure is followed for cakes for pie crusts that are going to be baked, like for fruit pies, chocolate pies. So I'm pricking holes in it, and I'm going to partially cook it in the oven. So we want to prick the pie crust so it doesn't come up, and we're going to put some parchment paper, and I have this metal so the pie crust doesn't come up. You can use rice, you can use this, you can use beads, and so we're going to cook it in the oven, and so it doesn't shrink. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to bake it for about 5 minutes and then take it out, and then I'll remove this and bake it again till it's fully cooked. It's going to go in an oven at 350 for about 5 to 7 minutes. And 7 minutes have passed, and so now I'm going to remove this. This was to keep it from shrinking, and it looks like it's still shrunk a little bit, so next time I'll try rice. We're going to bake it for an additional 12 minutes. To section a grapefruit, you need a really sharp knife, and I bought some beautiful ruby red grapefruits. They're very popular here in South Texas. So you cut both ends, and then you're going to cut all of the ends, making sure that the white part of the grapefruit is not there. That'll cause a bitter taste, the grapefruit peel. You have to be very, very careful. And I use a little tray because it's going to release a lot of juice. I need to take off all of the white part. These grapefruits I bought them, and they were so sweet, and my son loves grapefruit pie, and he says, "Mom, you need to make some grapefruit pie." So I said, okay, make some grapefruit pie. So there's still a little bit of the white. So I have a paring knife, and I'll take off any additional white peel, because that is very, very bitter. You don't want that to be in your pie. So what you do is you take your paring knife, should be sharp, and you need to set it. Then you're just going to what I do is I just put it here, because it will have to strain. Put it in a colander. It just comes off real easy. your knife, your paring knife, sharp, and you just scoop and then it's easier when you have a grapefruit that's really large and it has the large sections. We have small grapefruit, it's a little more difficult, not impossible, but it is a little more tedious, not difficult. Making sure that you don't put any seeds in. See a few seeds there. So you put all that additional. Cut both ends. As you do more, you get faster. Check to make sure that you remove all of the white. So you repeat the process. You use about 6 or 7 large grapefruits. And it's going to be straining here. You'll see that there is juice, so we need to let it strain. I do have some grapefruit here that I had already strained earlier. So this is what we're going to be using for the pie. So when you're making the gel, the gel for the grapefruit pie, you're going to want to add about 1.5 cups water. I'm going to save some to stir with the cornstarch. So I'm going to reserve a little bit. And we're gonna boil about 2 cups of strawberries. We're gonna let them come to a boil for about 4 minutes. Start boiling in a few minutes. I did mix my cornstarch to some cold water. You never want to mix cornstarch with hot water because it will lump up. So right now I just have that reserved. I put the 6 tablespoons cornstarch and about half a cup of water. So we're going to let this start boiling. And then we're going to take our smasher. We call it a potato smasher. You're going to be smashing your strawberries. The smell of the strawberries is so good. Let it come to a boil for about 5 minutes. It's boiling. It's been about 2 minutes. We're gonna let it boil for about 2 more minutes. I said 5, but 4 to 5 minutes. And I like to put a little bit of Kool-Aid for the color, red. It's optional. I just like it to be really red, the gel. That's about right. I'm gonna just turn it off, clear it out, and what we're gonna do, I'm gonna just set this aside, is we're gonna use stainless steel strainer. It should be stainless steel or plastic. You don't want the aluminum because it can react to the strawberries and your strawberries may change color. So we're going to put all the pulp there. We want to reserve this juice. We want to just push that down here. Separate the pulp from the liquid. Give it a stir to get all that juice out of there. Separating the pulp. We're going to use that to make the gel with sugar and cornstarch. Water is still coming out. The juice is still coming out. I like to get every last bit of water there. I think that's about it. Set your pulp aside. Need to clean up that little mess that I made there. We'll be bringing our induction oven on the stovetop back. And so now we're going to make the gel. So I'm going to put this on medium. And I had reserved some of the water with the cornstarch. I mixed it earlier. I have it on medium high right now. We're going to add our sugar, our 2 cups sugar. Stir that up. You can choose to buy your own gel. They do have the gel that is pre-made. You can buy that at your local grocery store. So I did mix, I had reserved some water, so I did mix the cornstarch with, so you don't get clumping. I mixed it earlier with the cold water. You never want to mix it with hot water because it will clump up. And so now we're going to be cooking this till it thickens and it forms a clear gel. Constantly stirring. The cornstarch helps thicken it. It's starting to thicken. You see that it's thickening and bubble. I'm going to lower it a tad bit, but you can see that it's bubbling over. You don't want it to burn. You can see that it's bubbling. It's getting thick. So it's turning into a gel. So that, you can see that that is turning into a clear gel. Almost ready. So there it is. You see that? The gel, it lightened. It's thick. And now we're going to turn this off. Let it cool. Set it aside. So now it's time to assemble the pie. We're going to start off with the gel. The gel is still kind of warm, so we're going to just go ahead and put some of the strawberry gel that was made. And we're going to kind of layer it. Put our grapefruit. This was strained. Remove we'll continue with the gel. This is going to refrigerate for 3 hours. Going to cover it and refrigerate it for 3 hours before we cut into it, so the gel can thicken, it can cool. The gel is thick, but so you can get a nice slice. So the grapefruit pie was in the refrigerator for a little over 3 hours, and now it's time to cut into it and we'll have a taste. Oops. Excuse me. Well, I didn't serve it like I would have liked to, but let's take a bite. The crust was so flaky. Oh my goodness. This is so delicious. You have to try to make some of this. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.